The first reading is taken from the Gospel of John, the first chapter and the first 14 verses. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision or a husband's will, but born of God. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who came from the Father, full of grace and truth.
We got it last week.
I think I know what it is. Are you serious? Guys, thank you. That's the color that you wanted. How did you know this is
Dad said this is the one that came to the eyeglass the other day in the store. I got the moon.
John, listen.
Light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.
He's so excited. Here you go, Haley.
Happy birthday. Look at the picture of me and you, Daddy. Look at the moon. Daddy, take a I am a robot. What is that?
See ya.
Everything is easy 'cause of
I love you, Papa.
you.
Yeah. Let me add my welcome. Welcome to Christmas Carols. Great to have you here. Well, look, Apple there have captured something that is beautiful and poignant that we all long for at Christmas. It is both connection and hope. Connection, the deep, true bond with those you love the most, and hope, that feeling that something you have lost can be restored. And I guess as you watch that film, there'll be a whole host of emotions in the room. There'll be a mixture of joy and expectation of what is to come. Sadness maybe about something that you are missing and lost, a longing. And Apple do all this while trying to flog you a pair of earphones. And you won't believe it, but if you check under your seat, tonight we have got, no, there's no earphones. No, I mean, that would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? You definitely would have come back if you'd seen that. But those two themes of connection and hope lie at the heart of the Bible readings and the songs we've been singing this evening. And there was one particular verse that kind of captures that idea. It's from John's Gospel, and here it is on the screen. John 1 verse 12, it says this, "Yet to all who did receive him, to those believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. You see, what we're celebrating here is that Jesus came to reconnect us with the hope of what we were made for, but have lost. To be children of God, to be part of his eternal family. And to understand what that means, we need to unpack, firstly, who was in the manger. See, the first thing we see in that verse really is that Jesus came. That's the first thing. Now, when you stop and think about it, this account is dramatic, not just a quaint story that our reception kids get to act out, but it is an epic scale Marvel film. Just think about it. We heard in our reading from John chapter 1, we heard this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things have been made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. You know, it's saying the Word is with God, he was God, and he made absolutely everything. He made all of us. And who is the Word? What did the Word become? Chapter 1, verse 14. The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us. We have seen his glory, the glory of the one and only Son who came from the Father, full of grace and truth. The quite astonishing reality is this, that the Son of God became one of us. Now that word for become flesh, it's the Greek word called carne. We use the word in English whenever you have chili con carne. It means chili with flesh. Jesus is God con carne. He's not. He is. He is. He's incarnate. He is God taking on our flesh, God with flesh on. And the utterly astonishing thing is this. When you look at that baby in a manger, he is the one who created the universe out of nothing. But not only that, as he is nestling in the straw, he is sustaining planet Earth as it orbits the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. As he gurgles at his mother, that he is utterly dependent on, he is gifting her every heartbeat. He's enabling that breath, and that breath, and that breath. He is the creator and sustainer, and he makes himself so small and vulnerable. There is a British theologian, a bloke called Jim Packer, and he put it like this. The more you think about it, the more staggering it gets. Nothing in fiction is so fantastic as the truth of the incarnation. Christmas is so significant because Jesus came. But why did he need to come? Well, the second thing is this, and you'll see it on the screen. He came to restore something we have lost, connection with God. Now, we've already been asked this question. How is the gift planning going? How's it going? I know there was only a few of you who said, we've got it sorted. Grace, who's my wife, she's the one who does all the gift thinking in our house. And she genuinely agonizes over gifts for the kids. Why? Because she wants them to get something that they love, and she loves to see them delight and enjoy it in relationship with her. Just imagine we get to Christmas morning, and the kids charge down to the Christmas tree, and they tear open the gift that she's lovingly bought them. And my 10-year-old girl gets the Rubik's Cube she always wanted. She doesn't. I know she's in the room. She doesn't know what she's getting. But imagine, she's chuffed a bit. She's got a Rubik's Cube. She's doing the thing. And she doesn't even speak to Mum about it. And she doesn't look at her. She's not bothered with her. She doesn't even say thank you. You know, how wrong would that be? How offensive would that be? Now, that is just a small picture of the way we all treat God. You know, he gives us everything. He gives us fun and food family and friends, our personality, our abilities and gifts, and we don't even say thanks. We're not even bothered. We do our own thing. You see, God made us to know him. He made us to trust him. He made us to know the freedom and joy of obeying him. But we ignore him. We push him out. And it's offensive, it's wrong, and we make a mess of that relationship, and we can make a mess of the relationships with those around us. And that is at the heart of what the Bible calls sin. It makes us by nature not part of his family. We've lost connection with the God who made us. And that is in the present, and most devastatingly, the way we treat him means we will not be raised to be with him in the new heavens, the new earth. We'll be excluded in shame and disgrace, and that lasts forever. We've lost connection with our God, the Creator. But the hope of Christmas is this, that connection lost can be restored because of Jesus. That's why Christmas is so important. That's why we've been singing these carols for generation after generation. You see, the third thing we saw in that verse was this: you can be part of his family. You can be in his family. See, Jesus came to do for us what we could never do for ourselves. Now, I don't know if you've picked up in the news over the past couple of weeks what the President of the United States has done. And I'm talking about Joe Biden, not the incoming president. He has pardoned his son. Have you seen that? His son, Hunter Biden, so clearly guilty, so clearly broken, sentenced for tax evasion. He obtained a gun whilst being addicted to cocaine. And everyone looking on, including the judge, said, this guy is guilty. And what has Joe Biden done as the most powerful man in the world? He has used his power to declare him guilt-free. Now, why has he done that? Because it's his boy. He loves his boy. Now, as you look on, do you think that's fair? No, it doesn't look fair at all. Does it look good and just? No, it really doesn't. And yet, if you were in the same position, would you not have done exactly the same thing? We understand it. Actually, we often don't want justice to reign. We want mercy to reign. See, God in Jesus shows us mercy that none of us deserve. He acquits us of all the wrong we've done, the offense of how we've treated him, the hurt and pain. He cleanses it all. He enables us to get back to what was lost and deep down we all long for. And he does it in a way that is right and good and just. You see, Jesus enters into our family so that he can take our place, so that justice can be done. As he dies in our place, God punishes him. So justice is done so he can give us forgiveness and mercy, and so we can be cleaned by Jesus and be connected into God's eternal family. So we can have the hope of what was lost being restored. Now the verse makes it clear. Can we have it up again? The verse makes it clear. All who believe in him, in his name, he gave the right to become children of God, to be brought back into the family of God as we were actually meant to be be enveloped in his eternal love. There are so many things in life I would love to have the right to do. I don't know, this is probably a bit weird, but last night I would have quite liked to have been at the opening of Notre Dame. Would anyone else like to have been there? Yeah, no, there's not, maybe just me. I'd quite like to have seen Pharrell Williams and a gospel choir. But here's the thing, I did not have the right to be there. Why? I am not a world leader. I am not royalty. And thank the Lord, I'm not French. If you're French, you are so welcome. You know, there's so many places in the world I would love to have the right to be. I would love to have the right to be in the Wimbledon Royal Box, watching the men's finals or the women's finals. But here's the thing, I'm not royalty. I'm not someone who's won Wimbledon, and I'm not David Beckham. I don't have the right to be there. The amazing wonder of Christmas is this. You have the right to be in the eternal family, every single one of us, to be a child of God, rescued for heaven. And no one can take that away from you. So do you notice what the verse said? Look at it again. Yet to all who did receive him, and to those who believed in his name. See, what gives you the right to be a child of God? It's not prove yourself. It's not earn your way and be good enough for God to think, oh, you've qualified. No, none of us have done that. None of us can be good enough to be in his good books. No, it's this: receive and believe. Believe that you are broken and a sinner and don't deserve it. Believe that Jesus lived and died in your place. Believe that he is the King you want to follow and you want to save you. And you can be part of his eternal family, fully connected, fully loved. And you know, that's something you could do right now, sat in the chair. You could pray that to Jesus, and he would connect you back with God and restore you with all that is lost. Now, I'm aware you've done really well, and we've got some more pieces to come. And we trust that this is a good start on the lead up to Christmas for you, getting to think about all that Christmas is about. But as you go, why don't you take one of those books? Why don't you think, do you know what? The Strictly Results show, that won't change my life. It might make me emotional, but it's not going to change my life. Why not read one of those books? Have a look at it for yourself. Come on the course in January. It's a brilliant course. But our prayer for you is this: that you don't miss the joy and the wonder and the peace and the right to become a child of God. Just going to have some moments of quiet, and Susie and Grace are going to come and sing for us as we reflect on the true meaning of Christmas.